All right.
Well,
We got ourselves a grand finals here, bud. ZvZ.
Yeah.
Who would have guessed it?
I sure as hell wouldn't, to be honest, with the bracket we were looking at.
No.
Chickenman.
But here we are, spawning in the lower right-hand corner of Site Delta. For Guy Min Gladiators, it is Shin.
And his opponent in the upper left-hand corner, in the blue, from Talon Gaming, it is my buddy Dark.
Now, Dark I did expect to get to the finals, I'll be honest. I see Dark in the bracket, and I'm like, all right, so who's Dark facing off against in the finals?
Yeah, exactly. I gotta say, Chickenman, I'm sure you get it too sometimes. I don't know how much you end up messaging these guys on the side here or there. I got to a point where, even with the language barrier, I get into random little conversations with these guys. Look at Yeti coming in hot with the 5 gifted subs, the Chickenman.
Yeti, what a hero.
Man, but he's also a chicken.
Freaking legend. My brother from another mother, Mr. Yeti.
Force of justice. Evil doers
Gotta love him. How can you
beware.
not love Yeti?
Is chicken
Exactly.
goodness.
Dark is one of the guys, though, that it just seems like it's funny. We'll get in and randomly. I'll crack a joke or something. Dark will send me something back.
He's got a good sense of humor, Dark.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good dude. I mean, I don't get in too many conversations with anybody, but occasionally. Get a little back and forth.
I don't know why I do, but it just happens.
You always do. You're a good conversation starter. That's a gift you have. You're just able to get into a chat with anybody.
Yeah, well, I guess where that paid off the best was earlier on for us in getting this whole thing started.
It really was. Yeah. This would absolutely not have been able to start without you just chatting with a bunch of people who were willing to help start it.
Yeah, well, like, to be honest, that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping some stuff works out for us, Chickenman. Be it tournaments. You got so much time. I don't know if yours is going to be a steady series with APOP. Hopefully we get some something Stormgate in at some point, just for the kickoff, for tradition.
Yeah.
If we do a one-off, I think it'd be cool. But to that point, that's what I kind of like about you is you and I do have different backgrounds, but where we kind of see a little bit of similarities. You with your theater background and me with a music background. It's kind of funny some of the conversations we get into and stuff. And you obviously sing too,
I do sing. I haven't sang on stream in a while. I think my neighbors would absolutely hate me if I did it, but that kind of makes me want to do it more.
Yeah, there you go. How much of jerks are they?
I mean, they seem like nice people, but they banged on my wall a couple times when they thought I was making too much noise, and that got on my nerves. So I don't like them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take anything.
Yep.
Go on. Yeah, we got a game. I apologize.
I know,
ZvZ,
There's not much happening right now. There's a few links coming out on both sides, but I don't know. I feel like Shin's going to be okay. He does have a queen in kind of a bad position. As I say that, Dark does seem to be committing to the aggression. Morling's on the way. He's got a couple of Banes up front here. The queen goes down. And Shin, where are Shin's Banes? I swear he had a Bane nest building. Am I crazy?
I thought so too, but
he totally had one. He must have canceled it. Oh
yeah,
my god.
He canceled it.
Oh, he cancels the Bane nest, but now Dark. He just kills absolutely everything here. You can't. There's no Roach Warren yet. The Roach Warren is here. Roaches start up, but
Queens are dead.
This might be too late. I think Shin might just be cooked.
I believe he is. The biggest thing is, yeah, you can sack your third, but losing those 2 queens when they were astray on the third base, that just sealed the deal.
Yeah, GG. I don't know if Dark saw the cancel on the Bane nest and that's why he decided to go, or if he just got really lucky. I have no idea why Shin canceled his Bane nest. No clue. I like maybe
knowing
I
Dark,
missed
I have a
something,
feeling
but
he saw that and he just went for the jugular.
Yeah, he was like,
so
oh, I'll just make a ton of lings and attack him, and he won't be able to hold it right now.
Chickenman. I hate to go for a moment. I think someone requested a David Attenborough thing.
Oh my God, you're so right. I totally forgot. Hyper One wanted
to go to use the bathroom.
David Attenborough. All right.
Jesus Christ, I can't talk.
Well, when you return, David Attenborough will be here.
Hell yeah. All right.
Oh man, I'm sorry, everyone. I'll remember it. I'll remember it this time. As streamer has empty brain, so thoughts go in and then they just rattle around and then sometimes they leave by accident. But it's quite all right. As we have another game. This is, after all, a best of 5 here. And as we enter the land of Oceanborn, we have a wild creature down in the lower right. He is Shin. And he is the natural prey of the blue Zerg. Spawning in the upper left, his talons are sharp, and he likes to hunt in the dark. Now we have seen many Zerglings here. Zerglings are, of course, the initial way we see the fight between these two rivals. The two rival prides. These are much like lions in their homeland, sending out their fighters against each other, taking care of the pride lands. Dark and Shin are much the same as the Lion Kings. Dark in game 1 as Mufasa, taking down his Zerg brother, Scar.
Who's this guy here? Who's this guy? We got this David Attenborough guy here.
Yes.
On the line.
Yes, sir. We are watching the beautiful fight between these two strong and brilliant creatures out in the wilderness.
My only question is, are they a bug or are they a dinosaur? I just came here from New Jersey. I have no idea what is going on in this game.
New Jersey is a fascinating place, full of interesting wildlife.
Yeah, there's definitely some interesting wildlife down in Jersey.
These
got a lot of guys with
these are large
golden
dinosaur-like creatures. However, they do have the exoskeletons of, as you would say, a bug.
Bug, eh? I don't know where I'm going with that. I was trying to think of something to go in, but yeah. I honestly, I've not watched enough Steadfast. I can't say that in a while. I used to watch him all the time where I was gonna sneak in and do a Dave impersonation. That I could pull off, but not today. Go figure. I'm like, son of a bitch, that would have got you good.
If you could convince me you Steadfast, you just have to act like a Canadian.
Yeah, well, gee golly, that Ling made its way into the base.
That was pretty good. Like, unironically, that was pretty good.
That being said, we have one drone was it one or was it two? Two drones lived.
Yes, aptly observed, Mr.
But
Steadfast.
you have no idea how much Steadfast I've watched. It's insane. So I'm like, I have to, for the sake of myself, not watch as much Steadfast because, trust me, if I'm on a regular day, I could probably pull it off a lot better. I think we should cook that for one KSL sometime. We'll be like, let's pick two. You can do pig. I can be Steadfast.
Yeah, perfect. Excellent. I'm down with that.
Yo, you should do Ravi.
Oh my god. I gotta work on my impressions.
Yeah, you gotta work on your dad jokes too.
Yeah. Alright, so Shin trying to bust in here. Now, Dark is going 2-base lair, which is, I feel, very surprising. Whoa, the Ling's gonna get this queen, though. Oh, most of the Lings die. You have 15 Lings for 1 queen. Oh, this Baneling a little late to the party.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a straggler.
And it's just roaches here out of Dark, so he's gonna go take a 3rd now. I don't know, this is always weird to me. The 2-base roach is always weird.
Yeah, it's 2-base roach always just gives me hella Sue vibes. And you can, you know, if you can get in those spots where you just have, if you're just pumping roaches, you can just go for a big timing attack. And it looks like that could be the case because he's going to have +1. He's going to have Gleal. The layer's just finishing up for Shin, and I think Dark may just be going to just hit him like a freight train.
Now we see the natural habitat of Dark, building many, many roaches and going to attack his opponent in the mid-game. Something that Dark is spectacular at, truly.
Indubitably a wanker. I can't even try it. I'm just going to shut up. Oh, man. I can't do it.
That was good. That was great. You really killed it with that one. Sounded just like I'm not really sure what you were going for there, but it sounded just like it.
Yeah. Something.
I mean, I think Shin's actually just gonna be fine here. Like, his speed and his +1 are later, but look at the army supply, man. It's 41 to 34.
And look at the production tab, Chickenman. We got some tunneling claws and burrow.
Just when you thought the Predator had run out of his bag of tricks, he's going to learn how to burrow under the ground and tunnel his way into his opponent's base.
Oh, great moogly moogly. That is, I'm sorry. I'm just like, I don't know, what do I do with David Attenborough? You know?
I don't know. David Attenborough doesn't usually have a casting partner, so that's...
Yeah, I'd have to I'd have to be good at the only thing I can think of is a cheeky Steve Irwin if I was good at doing it. Like when you and Steadfast were together, that was great. I don't know.
Because 2 Australian accents, definitely better than 1. You're right, so...
Yeah, well, I mean, David Attenborough, British.
Yeah.
It's technically different, but...
I just meant in general.
Yeah.
Shin's going to counter push here, but his +1 isn't done yet. This is a bit of an anti-timing for him right now. And he's just going to dive in. Oh, my God. Oh, Shin, why are we doing this, buddy? We're fighting down an upgrade for no reason.
Yeah, that was not the fight we're looking for.
Shin making a staggering blunder here. And that might just lose him this entire game.
Well, you know what I would say that engagement is, Chickenman. I just came all the way from Texas in the grave. Your former president, George H.W. Bush. It wouldn't be prudent at this juncture. Tunneling claws, Chickenman. You better hope Shin has his night vision goggles.
Yes. Well, be careful of any shoes being thrown your direction, my friend.
Sorry. Okay. Carapace finishing up with +2 ranged attacks for Dark. This is looking scary, David Attenborough.
Yes, this is a powerful attack coming in from Dark. This is what he excels at. He has Burrow, he has Tunneling Claws, and he is ahead, not 1, but 2 upgrades. I've never seen anything like this in all my time as a nature observer.
Well, concave is
and good game.
I was gonna say the
called.
concave isn't gonna matter. Yeah, that's it. It's game 2.
GG.
I apologize. I'm just my mental state right now. I'm like, normally I think I could probably just get along. Let's all right, let's do a normal cast. We'll crack a couple jokes. Let Chickenman get into character there. But right then I'm like,
I don't know.
I just have this mental block.
I don't know how to riff. Like, how would you riff with David Attenborough? That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
It is.
Because he's
really
on his
is.
own, you know. Whenever I've listened to David Attenborough, it's just him. He's talking about nature all by himself. Saying I don't know where you take that one. So I apologize. You got put into an improv scene, and it was a tough one.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's a little different. But a pretty cool play from Dark. Yeah, he didn't really need to do as much with the burrowing clay. He just had better upgrades.
Yeah,
more.
It was just. I really think it was that fight from Shin, right? He pushed across the map. He didn't have his +1 done yet. Took kind of a bad fight, and then all of a sudden he's on the back foot. Dark's upgrades are finishing up. I think if he had a higher army supply, Shin could have made a hold out of that, but
yeah, he needed to be the defender. He needed to be the defender.
Now he's really on the defensive, though. Responding into Ghost River for game number 3, and he is down 0-2 on this match point. In the upper left-hand corner, it is Shin.
Yeah, and this guy over here, coming in with that dad energy. The man just walked home with $80,000 in Riyadh. From Talon Gaming, he's blue. It's dark.
I hope he didn't walk home from Riyadh. That's a long walk.
I mean, he is daddy dark now. I mean, the guy can do it. If anybody could walk from Riyadh to South Korea, it'd be dark. That's my guess.
I mean, you might be right, but I think he'd still be walking.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. How long of a walk do you think that is?
Well, maybe by walking, what I actually meant is on his flight, he happened to, he happened to be sitting next to Christopher Walken, so he can technically say he was a Walken.
He said, hey, excuse me, Doc. Congratulations on the top 4. I need to go to the bathroom. Can you get up so I can get out?
Yeah, I don't know about that, Chickenman. He's gonna, he didn't have his googly eyes on his hatchery. That's what he needed, the googly eyes.
Great, googly moogly.
Yeah, that's a line I heard from this guy. Some musician, Frank Zappa.
Frank, me and Frank back in the day, we used to party together, and he's a beautiful man, Frank Zappa.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. You used to party with the Zappa. Wow, it's almost like spending some time with Ted Turner. Wow.
This is going off the rails.
We are. All right, we could coordinate that. I think we could both do a dual Christopher Walken. For some reason, Christopher Walken would work with Christopher Walken.
Just double up to Christopher Walken.
Yeah, I think there was actually an SNL skit where it was like there was Christopher Walken and then people impersonating Christopher Walken.
That does sound familiar.
Yeah. But I think that's one you and I could pull off.
I think we could do it. I definitely would need to practice my Christopher Walken.
Same for sure.
Yeah. I'm not ready for. I haven't practiced most of my impressions lately. I gotta get back on the impression train also.
Yeah, man. There's so many hours in the day, but you find some time. You got a buddy, a coworker, or something. When you're in there, and you start joking around, and you go, "Hey." That's when you sneak in the time.
I mean,
balls.
I do kind of do that all the time. Just say things in random accents at work for sure. So I think that's very, very on point.
Yeah, the most I do is just a lot of ball busting. I work with Italians. What can I do?
Yeah, that'll happen. Oh, we got a Spire here this game from Dark. So he's making it look like the same kind of 2-base Roach play. But this game, he's hitting him with the Spire. We'll see. We'll see if Shin can sneak some Lings in maybe, or I don't know. I think he's going to be expecting Roaches once again. Dark might surprise him.
Yeah. He does need a read. Yeah, his layer's not done, so he won't have an Overseer. No pneumatized Carapace or anything, because why? I'm into the ZvZ. He's going to go in for a read, but if he sees the layer...
Our forces are under attack.
Oh my god. Shin using Diva announcer.
Oh man, I just can't look at him the same anymore.
He doesn't actually go in there. He doesn't get to see the Spire or even the lair. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I'm a little worried for Shin right now.
Yeah, you literally need to be dropping spores pretty. I mean, once the Spire pops, technically you have a little bit of a window of time. But yeah, it's gonna be rough because I mean the mutas are gonna go in for damage, and then after it's just like gonna be a Roach push. I'm sure of it. It's a 2-base Dark at least.
Yeah, this is just gonna be the old Sue Flocka mutas where he makes like 6 to 8 and just sharks around with them. It's gonna be a way to defend against anything Shin might be trying to throw at him. He can take out the Overlords. Go take the third base. Is it
Chickenman.
Literally just 3 mutas right now? Just gonna build 3 mutas. That's insane.
Dark's just toying with him. He's just fucking with
This
him. He's
is
like,
wild.
nah, I'm just kidding.
Look
it's
at me.
only
He's
3.
splitting the mutas. He's splitting them.
What a Dark play. Dark is such a showman in his games. Like, let's be real here. This is one of the things that he's been playing over time. Wackier and wackier shit. And I love it. I absolutely love it, Chicken Man. I don't know about you, but
I really
I've never
do.
seen this.
Yeah, he's just got
That's
one muta on each overlord right now. Look how long it takes him to kill one overlord.
This is like some shit we'd see on the ladder if Diamond Man had the micro potential of Dark. Like,
yeah.
like what the actual fuck are we watching? 3 mutas.
I mean, it really is such a Dark thing to do, because one of the hardest things about playing against Dark is that you don't know what he's gonna do, because he's Dark. Like, who knows? How could you predict? So now Shin is like, is this really just 3 mutas? But like, you can't know that. This is Dark. He could have 12 mutas behind this. That's not unreasonable.
Like, the only person I could see who somehow expect 3 mutas would be like Cyril, and he'd be like, well, yeah, that was okay. And that's about it. It's Cyril, I guess.
Yeah.
Who goes 3? Wait, what? Shin?
I don't know. Dark's just attacking in here. Now, he killed the queen so the mutas can come help against these
The
roaches.
3 mutas.
But, hey, they'll do something, you know?
Yeah, they're going to just tickle the carapace a little bit. And
I don't know if this was good for Dark, though.
no, it certainly was not, but we'll see.
I guess he's droning up behind it, so the economies are
Now
going to be the
6
same.
more mutas.
Oh, there's the
He's like-
6 more. I knew he was going to do this eventually.
He's like, you know what we're going to do now? Now that he's dropped the spores and he's built a Hydra Den, we're going to build 6 more mutas.
Right. He'll
never expect that.
expect it. My God. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there are Hydras coming out. Shin is going to actually put Hydras in with his army.
You know what's absolutely nuts? Dark took a 4th behind this.
That is absolutely nuts. This is a lot of roaches from Shin, man. And even with these extra mutas out, these roaches are just going to dive on top of Dark, just killing everything that's down here on the ground.
Starter stat.
I mean, Dark's dead, right? Like he's dead.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, no, he's dead.
Yeah.
There's some roaches over here trying to get something done, but like,
are we going to see a game 5 is the question. We're going into game 4 if Shin does it right here.
yeah, that's
GG
it.
is called.
GG.
Do we get the magic of KSL with the reverse sweep? Chicken Man, that's what I want to know.
We get a good amount of them. I could see it happening. It's a ZvZ, you know? The option's there. The possibility is there.
And Chicken Man, if you don't mind, I got to do a little shameless plug right here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to help 2 things, you want to help this tournament, we are going under the prize amount. I just looked today, or not the prize amount, the Patreon. If you do, I don't know if you have a, yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah.
Exclamation mark KSL. It's patreon.com/Korean StarCraft League. $5 gets you replays. Even $5, anything you guys want to go to help with to keep continuing this. We are under the $800 limit for bare minimum limit for 2 $400 bi-weeklies. But I suspect we can, you know, give or take it. I stepped up my stuff again, but I put a little cap for myself for now. But knowing me, depending on how I arrange stuff, I might boost it back up if everybody continues for a while. But we greatly appreciate it, and I think this is we're at a time of StarCraft where this could potentially be pretty big to keep this going.
I mean, yeah, especially with like
EPT news.
If the EPT cups end, like this there's not going to be a ton of weeklies around anymore. So yeah, I want to keep this going as long as we can. I really appreciate any help anybody can, anything you can put in there.
And also we have a Matcherino.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're like I can't do that, we do have a Matcherino also. There's free codes on there. Add into the prize pool. That helps us out as well. Or if you don't want to commit to monthly amounts, also a good way to help support the tournament.
Yep.
Oh, in the meantime, we're in a game 4 here. We're in Alcyone, and ooh, already putting down a cheeky pool first. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner is Shin.
And his opponent in the bottom left, he's blue. He's big. He's the final boss. It is Dark from Talon Gaming.
Dark was moments away from a 3-0, but then he went 2-base Muta and just chucked it straight to the bin. He's going for a cheeky gold base here against a pool first from Shin, and Shin is going to scout this gold base.
Yeah, this could be a lot of things could happen here, Chicken Man, in my eyes.
I mean, I feel like Shin's just going to be able to force a cancel on this base, right?
Well,
maybe not.
He
I
could.
don't know.
The other thing that could happen is I could see Dark. He could just go into the main base and kill some drones.
Well, I think Dark. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out.
The pool's just going to be finishing. He might be able to shave off a couple drones, which actually could be pretty huge when you're
Oh
opening
my
with
God,
the
he's
12
bringing a drone. Is he going to mine through the middle? He is. Oh, that's so sick. That's so sexy.
That actually is. If there's anybody that's going to make something happen with cheese, it is going to be Shin.
Yeah, and the fact that Dark's Overlord didn't spot these lings coming out, he does spot the reinforcement lings, so he immediately pulls these drones back home. And now the drone that Shin brought across is going to make a spine crawler as well. And this is just going to be a dead base. I do not think there's any way for Dark to hold on to this.
Not at all. I mean, well, yeah, the spine. He's got to defend the spine. The spine is basically the his hedge.
And now, I mean, this is a rough spot for Dark. There's a lot of investment.
This is great.
He's going to start 2 Overlords up here.
Oh, he cancels the spine, too.
Yeah.
He needs to basically being a little behind economically, but I love it. And like you said, with the supply block 2 Overlords, does the other one go down? The Queen is chasing it down.
God.
It looks like it may just make it out. We'll see. Oh, Shin's going to block it.
Oh, the block.
Body block's huge.
Honestly, excellent body block there. That Queen's still going for it, though.
Brenda! Can you do it, Brenda?
This Queen's going to get killed because of it, maybe? Maybe not. Queen stays alive.
But Brenda just took a trip all the way down to Chicago.
We see the Queen outside of her normal habitat. She
There we
is
go.
uncomfortable, but it seems she will be safe. Kept safe by her friends, the Zerglings.
All right, clutch David Attenborough timing. That was good.
But Dark, he's not happy about this. He built a Bane nest. He's going to try to bust in to Shin's 2-base setup here. I don't think 3 Banelings is enough, though, my dude.
Yeah, the Queen setup. Shin learned his lesson from the previous game. He didn't venture out, but again, it was a 12 pool, so he's not going to be adventurous for a 3rd base for sure. Especially after killing Dark's.
I cannot believe Dark is retaking this gold.
You know what? I can, believe it or not, because it's Dark.
Because it's Dark, yeah.
There's 2 people that would do something crazy like that, and one's not a Zerg player. It'd be Dark and Hero.
That's true.
You know?
Oh, with the lings out here. Forcing a cancel, getting into the main. Dark gonna have to pull the drones. That's a bad feeling right now for Dark, who's already down 12 plus drones. I don't actually. He might have lost 1 there. That was actually.
Yeah, it was.
He didn't even lose any in the main mineral line. He lost the one that was coming back up. That's it.
Yeah, that was actually sick defense. I mean, it's the best case for Dark, but he is down and lost mining time, too.
Yeah, he's got the gold base, so at least they'll have a little bit closer, but it's a rough spot for him right now, especially with Shin already having a lair halfway done. His Roach Warren is done. He's got +1 missile attacks on the way. Like, Shin's getting set up for a standard macro game, and Dark is, like, struggling to take a 3rd and is at 28 drones.
I mean, myself, I feel like Shin is just going to mass a bunch of roaches. He's going to go for a +1 time and just... He could potentially just seal it. Or at the least kill this gold base. Again. And this time with drones.
Yeah, I mean, I think Shin... He's got roaches out now. I feel like he could probably go take a 3rd pretty soon. And as I say that, he's gonna move out there and take a 3rd. All right, look at that. And this is... I mean, you're right. Like, all he has to do is just build a bunch of roaches, hit with +1, and I don't know what Dark's gonna do.
I mean, it could also be one of those fakest 3rd bases in the world kind of plays too. So it's realistically for Zerg, it's still production. So
yeah. I I was going to say I think Dark's about to all in, but then he starts up a lair. So once again, proving me wrong immediately. Classic Dark move right there.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, it's been a minute since we've had a ZvZ finals. This is actually kind of big.
Yeah, I feel like there was a Dark Solar one like not too long ago, but that's still like 3 or 4 months ago.
It's not. Yeah, it's not so common. I gotta say, man, the KSLs always delivers. Yeah, we have some kind of quieter weeks, but even those we end up with some wacky stuff we don't expect.
There's always some bangers. I don't think we've ever had a KSL where I was like, this just sucks. Nah, it's always bangers.
You know who I'm hoping we can get in one time who just doesn't seem to have maybe GG's called Shin takes it. He does it and brings us to a game 5.
All right. I love that. Dark was like, maybe if he doesn't just build roaches and then attack me, I can win. And then he saw the roaches move across the map. He's like, that's it. I'm out. I'm done. Let's go to game 5. So far, though, like games 1 and 2 felt fairly standard. But then Dark, went for a cheeky, 3 Muta play. And then that game he was going for a gold base. And those games have not paid off for him at all. It feels like standard macro might be the way to go for Dark.
Mm-hmm. Jeez, this stupid collaborate. I gotta check with Pilly after. 3 hours ago, Pilly wants to collaborate. I bet you he accidentally clicked something. Because that's happened to everybody.
There was a new button that you can click now.
So if you raid somebody too, that shows up the collaborate. It's so. Oh. I mean, it's cool to add features, but they make it in the same spot as everything else. It's like, come on, Twitch.
Come on, guy, come on.
It's like, bruh.
All right, Amphion game number 5. We're all tied up here, baby. Let's go. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner, bringing it back from the 0-2 deficit, looking for the reverse sweep. In the ZvZ finals, it is Shin.
And his opponent in the bottom left. He's blue. He's like, nah, man. I got that dad energy. The finest goatee in all of Korea. It is Talon Gaming's Dark.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it's like a Robin Hood goatee.
Yeah.
But, Dark's kind of the villain, so he's like an evil Robin Hood.
Yeah, he's like kind of like evil Spock in Star Trek. He's evil Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so based.
He's from the evil dimension.
Yeah, the evil dimension. And the other side, he plays Protoss. He's more honorable.
It's too funny, actually.
That's the irony.
Yeah. Is Protoss honorable?
I don't know. I mean, I just think his stats.
Yeah, I think stats and Showtime. Those are the honorable Protosses.
True.
Other than that, though.
I mean, clearly we're thinking Haas, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I do, listen, I get it. I get why. But also, I miss the days when there was more cannon rushing and crazy-ass proxies in Protoss games.
You could still do crazy shit. And it just seems like everything gets figured out. Like, Haas at the end of his run seemed like he gave up on doing anything but charge lot all-in. And he used to come up with such creative stuff that still would work, technically. Like, he'd do, the slow Zealot one Immortal push. Or, it would hit at a time that was, it's like nobody expects that timing. It's, 5 gate 1 Immortal. What is this? It's not a build. They had, a Sentry or something. He just always had crazy builds. And you're right. It kind of sucks that stuff's... to the effect of why Stormgate and stuff's good. You're into something new. There's balance. It's not even balanced. It's not even finished.
Yeah. There's still so many exploits that people haven't figured out yet that it makes it so interesting. And I know like it can be super
You know-
frustrating to play against something that's just like fully busted for a while.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know, from a viewer perspective, having strategies that are just, I mean, at the end of the day, this is not a real-time macro game. Right? This is a real-time strategy game. If you can come up with a strategy that allows you to overcome the fact that your opponent's hands are faster than yours, that, to me, like, that's sick. That's dope.
Oh, yeah.
And I think in a game that is as figured out as StarCraft is right now, it's like virtually impossible. We so seldomly see like fully new strategies come out that are able to like take advantage of things like that. Like every now and then Hero kind of changes up how a build works, or maybe brings in a strategy we don't see very often, something like that. But we just don't have that that fully like, hey, I'm gonna cannon rush the crap out of you because there's no way I can play a macro game against you, but I'm really good at this. That's so rare.
Smell.
Yeah, we don't quite get as much of that at the highest level anymore. Now Dark's going for a nice big. Oh my God, he's just crushing with these lings right now.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna take it.
Shin thought he could come out here and fight this, but that was not enough, man. And now this third base is about to fall, and with that and the queens going down, I mean, this is feeling pretty rough for Shin. The base is staying alive a little bit longer, but there he goes, finishes it off. Runs away from the broodlings, and oh my God, he's mined through. Oh my God.
Dark wants that money.
Yeah,
He's like, that
he's
80
got
grand wasn't enough.
He did not want to lose today's KSL, man. He was like down, up 0-2, loses 2 games in a row, and he says, no, not today. Not today. GG gets called, and Dark closes it out with a nice, cheeky 5-minute game number 5.